everybody, Brad Greenfield here. Time for another video session, another Central Region Tech Time. And today we're going to be talking about a program that you've probably heard of, some of you are probably already using, that's called Dropbox. What Dropbox is, it's a program that allows you to save documents into it on your desktop just like you would any normal file. But what it allows you to do is access those documents from a remote location. So let's say, for example, I saved some documents in a Dropbox folder on my desktop, and I leave the office and I'm at home and I realize I really need to finish one of those documents or email one of those documents or whatever the case may be. Well, I can either use my smartphone or I can get another computer and go to Dropbox and pull those documents off without having to go back to the office and get on my computer. So before we go into that, I just wanted to make a note here. This is the Central Region website. It's probably not the website that you're used to seeing, but it's the team site. And what this team site is dedicated to is pretty much anything that's internal inside of UT Extension. So over the next several weeks, hopefully it won't span into months, but it very well could. You will see us transitioning a lot of the items that we have on the Central Region website onto the team site. The goal being to take all of that information that's meant for our staff to access, get that out of public view. Not that any of it is of sensitive nature or anything, but just it makes the public website a little bit cleaner, and it gives us more of a hub of where to go and find information. So again, over the next several weeks, you'll see us start using this site more. As far as I go with the videos that I've done, I will start to have links on this page here, and I will send the link to this page out to you, and you'll get the link to this team site several times as we make this transition. So when I send you the link to the page and the link to my videos that are on this page, please make note of it. And of course, you can always access my videos on my YouTube channel, which there's a link to in my signature on email. So, okay, enough about that. We're going to get into creating a Dropbox account for us. So what I'm going to do is go in here, and I'm just going to delete that and type in Dropbox, DROPBOX.com. You see it automatically came up. Hit enter. Alright, takes us to a pretty easy to navigate screen here. We only have a couple of options of what we can do. So we're going to just go ahead and download Dropbox. So when we click that, we get our information message coming up here, and we're just going to go ahead and click Run on that. It'll take a few seconds for Dropbox to go through its downloading process. Not too long. It's a pretty quick process. Okay, when Dropbox gets done installing, we will get this pop-up box here, and we're going to go ahead and just click Install. Okay, now here's where we have the options. Now, since I already have a Dropbox account, I'm going to walk you through the setup for if you don't have a Dropbox account, but I'll only be able to go so far, but it's pretty much self-explanatory. So if you don't have a Dropbox account, we're going to leave this top button clicked right here and just click Next, and then you're going to enter your information. Your password can be whatever you want it to be. Put your email address, first and last name, and then click here that you've read and agree to the terms. And then you see, for me, this box is grayed out, but if you had all of this information in there, you'd be able to click Next. So since I have an account, and again, you would just fill this out. Since I have an account, I'm going to click Already Have an Account, and I'm going to enter my information. And click Next. Now, if I didn't have an account and I went through just like I showed you to, we would both end up at this screen at the same time. So after you enter your information, you're going to end up at this screen. Now you can pay extra if you want to for Dropbox. It gets pretty expensive. The cheapest plan is $10 a month. but 2 gig is plenty for what we would be doing. You would have to maintenance your Dropbox folders and make sure you didn't have items living in there taking up space, but 2 gigs is plenty for what we're going to be doing. We shouldn't run into too many issues about being able to use Dropbox that way. So we're going to leave the free version selected and then click next, and we're going to go with the typical download, which is the top, and so we're going to click install. And you will not get this message. I will, because it's asking if I want to merge with my existing Dropbox folder, and I'm okay with that. Again, you will not get that message unless you already have Dropbox on your computer. So, and what it'll do here, Dropbox will walk us through some items. It's telling us here, this first slide, that we're going to have a Dropbox folder on our computer that we can simply drop documents into and be able to share or pull off of anytime we need. It's telling us that we can go to Dropbox, sign in, and actually pull information directly from the web if we needed to access it from someone else's computer or whatever it may be. And then we can see right here that it's telling us it is putting a Dropbox icon in our tray down here, in our work tray. So if we don't have it on the folder or can't find it, we can always access Dropbox right here. And what you'll notice, as you can see in this picture when you get to this point, I don't know if you can see it here in the video, but there's a small green check. And what that green check means is that Dropbox is online and everything is fine. So we're going to click next, and it's showing us here just another view of what it's going to look like on our computer. We're going to go through a couple of those anyway. So I'm going to click next, and that's it. It says we're finished. Okay. So what we see is Dropbox automatically opens up, and here's what my Dropbox looks like. And if you look down here in my tray, the Dropbox icon has a little green check on it. Also, you can look here in the documents and all of my folders that all of my folders have green checks on it. So I'm good to go. Now, one thing I want to mention, when you put folders inside of Dropbox, you're going to want to copy and paste them instead of drag and drop, and I'll show you why. Let me open up a folder here, and we'll just kind of go through this real quick. Okay, so I've opened up just my libraries. I'm going to go to my documents and Blackboard. As you all may or may not know, we are switching to a program called Blackboard. We're switching away from Centra, so we've had some trainings over that the last couple of weeks. So if I wanted to say I wanted to share or put this document in Dropbox so I could go home tonight and read over my notes of what I learned in the training, or whatever the case may be, I'm just going to drag and drop. Well, that works. It gets it in there. However, it took it out of my documents library, so now that form is living in my Dropbox folder. I don't want that, so I'm going to drag it, drop it back in my library, and instead of dragging and dropping, I'm just going to right click, and then I'm going to select copy. Okay? Then I'm going to go to my Dropbox folder, and I'm going to right click, and I'm going to select paste. And we see then it pastes in there. Now, if you didn't catch that, I want you to watch this. I'm going to delete that folder or that file, and I'm going to paste it in. Now watch when I paste it, where you see this little green check, you'll see a little blue kind of a refresh type symbol. You see that? It's blue, it turns blue. You'll see it when you do it. You probably can't see it on the video very well, but when that's blue, it means that it's not uploaded that file to where you can access it online yet. So alright, now that I've got this in here, I want to go over some of the folders. And now, since I've had my Dropbox account, a lot of these folders I've made myself. When you first open yours up, you're probably going to see maybe one folder in there, and then this public view, and you'll also have this Getting Started PDF comes with the Dropbox program. Now, the main thing that you want to know about this public view, it's a really neat aspect. Let's say that I'm working on a document and I want to share this document with everybody or with a couple of people, and I don't want to send them the actual document. Maybe it's a little big, I don't know, but I want to send them a link. So this iPad survey that I just wrapped up, that a lot of people that had iPads went on and took, I want to send a link to that. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to right click on it, hover over Dropbox, and then select copy public link. Okay, so right click, hover over Dropbox, and then copy public link. Okay, then I'm going to go to my email, new email, and just simply paste that in there. Now when I send this to whoever I may be sending it to, when they open it or when they go to that link, they're going to see that exact document that's in my Dropbox folder. So that's a way that we can share documents with one another. Easy way to share those that may be a little bit too big to send out by email. So that should about do it with Dropbox. As you can see there on the screen is my phone number and information, email, and Twitter account. If you have any questions about Dropbox or anything else for that matter, please don't hesitate to give me a call, and I look forward to talking to you soon. Thank you.